combination. Those who have attended last week can opt to continue now also. And we will give few more minutes time because people are joining. Good evening, Chandramurali sir. I think after 2 years, after 21, I am coming face to face to you. In 21, Ashok Maineni sir used to conduct morning meditations. That time I met you.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
Anu madam, shall we continue? Start.
Yes, sir. Start. I already started the
Okay, fine.
live.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. So my name is Srinivas Rao. I have my own counseling center called the Rising Life. In a few minutes, I will be explaining about myself. So here, over a period of 20 years, I learned a lot of skills, 20, 30 years almost. I learned some of the alternative therapies, healing and etc., which reflected to our health and career, education and career, finance, wealth, prosperity. Finally, the success and happiness is what our ultimate goal of everybody. So this is what is the Rising Lifeline. I worked in ISRO for about 13 years as a senior scientist. Worked for about 12 satellites, and then I was one of my softwares was also selected to be executed at Sriharikota immediately after launch. And then I worked on orbit determination and predictions, etc. Then I left and joined in DEC Digital Equipment Corporation, which became Compaq, then became Hewlett Packard. I worked in various managerial roles, and I was India operations manager for about 5 to 6 years for HP software vertical in Hewlett Packard before I left the company. In 2014, 13 I left, and then 2014 somebody took my fingerprints, and then they suggested that a lot of positive characteristics and qualities and what makes me stress and what makes me more happy. So that kind of counseling took place for me in 2014. Since I liked it, I took it up that also as one of the career options where I can start helping the people for their career and happiness and health and success, etc. So I've over a period of time since almost from 1990, I learned acupressure, pranic healing, access consciousness or access bars, bachelor remedies, color therapy, hypnotherapy, pyramid healing and pyramid vastu and numerology, and DMIT like fingerprint analysis. And I also used to take meditation classes in ISRO for some group of people. Then becoming parenting coach, etc. So this for a second, let me pray all the gurus who have taught me uh, something or other from my birth. So like first my parents, mother, father, then my spiritual guru Mataji Krishna Priya, who started her ashrams in way back in 1950s from in Ramachandrapuram, Nagpur, and Parlakimedi. Then Sharmaji. Then so many other gurus from whom I learned acupressure or pranic healing or whatever the other skills, whatever I have mentioned here. So with all that due respects, with their blessings, I am starting. And then this is what I'm trying to convey, all the things, whatever I have learned and how they are useful to the others and how we can use in our day-to-day life some of these techniques, known techniques or new techniques. So here, psychological counseling, I am currently doing psychological counseling, spiritual healing, health tips for the self-help, access bars, bachelor remedies for emotions. There are 38 bachelor remedies, uh, which are extracts of the flowers, and we use those things for various emotions like anxiety, fear, known fear, unknown fear, lack of courage, adjustment, etc. for the energy. And particularly, there is one remedy called the rescue remedy, which works also in the uh, emergencies. Okay. So then aura cleaning and pranic healing, acupressure. So whole my career of alternative therapies started with acupressure in way back in 1993 when I was in ISRO. My guru Bhojraj has taught me acupressure, and subsequently over a period of time I learned color therapy with acupressure also. Then in Vastu and numerology, what I put is here, it is numerology is with color numerology again. With the colors, how do we change some of the characteristics that we'll see? And Vastu is again with no demolition, because I do the pyramid Vastu. There is no demolition is required by placing proper pyramids at appropriate places in the house or place, office place, etc. And very interestingly, this last slide, the ancient healing technique, I want to keep it secret till the end. Maybe I may not be able to cover this. This is everybody know about this, but it is forgotten or maybe used very least, and people have a lot of doubts on that. So I'm going to cover it over a period in one of the sessions. Then career counseling, psychometric tests, then parental coaching, and there is a 90 cognitive abilities development for the children. This works for the children up to 80 to up to 30 years, even beyond. People can do to develop their cognitive abilities, but basically meant for the people those who are good at studies and poor at studies and poor at learning, etc. And also each one of them will cover over a period in the sessions. Is it okay? My pace is okay. Am I going at right pace, or should I slow down or speed up? Anybody?
So, okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah. So this alternative therapies work well along with any traditional medical system like allopathy, Ayurveda, and Unani, or any other medical system. And they speed up the healing, improving the healing capacity of the body. There are no known side effects. I'm not against any system here. Okay, it is any education system or any healing system or anything. So just whatever I have been practicing, I'm just trying to share with others. So just as a knowledge, people can take it, and then whatever that is applicable, they can start using it. In emergencies, please visit regular physician or your hospital. This presentation is to bring the awareness about the systems, whatever I know. Each energy healing mechanism have their own guidelines and people are advised to follow follow them appropriately. The healing and cure of the cure period differs from person to person, as each body constitution is different. So there are cases where almost from very serious illness, and within 4 days I could revive. And emergency situations, I could avoid heart attack kind of things for some people. So like this, no, with various techniques, with various experiences I have, just I wanted to share those things. That's why I'm very confident that these systems will work. So the healing, of course, because all of you know the spiritual tablets, and there are 7 layers of the bodies. So basically, we are talking of here the psychological and physical healing, with the energies, mostly energy healing. So I do the personal healing and counseling, relationship. Then from the career counseling perspective, I do the inborn potential. We come to know the inborn potential from fingerprint analysis, which I am going to cover shortly, which also we use it for the career guidance, relationship issues, and also to understand the one's personal traits and personality traits, and then their behaviors, and why they behave in the way they are behaving. What are their stress points and what are their happiness and success quotients, etc. We'll come to know from this. And also we do the training. I do training for the SOI training, that is memory and mind improvement and cognitive skills development, etc. So this is my brochure. I will share it later. So this is the first time coming to the fingerprint analysis, which is know thyself. So here, know thyself. Once I said, I was remembering, who am I is the question which we ask. We start ourselves in the spiritual tablet. This at a spiritual level we will not know, but then at least some physical level we will come to know from this here. So the fingers, we take all the 10 fingers. It is called the dermatoglyphics multiple intelligence test, DMIT. All the 10 fingers, right hand maps to the left brain, left hand maps to the right brain. Then these again, the left brain and right brain is divided into two portions. The left brain and right brain together, they are broken into the 5 portions. That is, each finger represents each portion. So we have the 10 portions of the brain, and 10 characteristics we will come to know from the this one, from this analysis. Here, that inborn potential, what we are talking, and then personality traits, learning style. So VEAK. So all of you know that we start learning, our child start learning when the child is in the womb. These fingerprints are formed when the baby is around 12 weeks to 23 weeks. These fingerprints are formed, and they are lifelong the same. They will not change, whatever may happen. And the characteristics what are at the birth level, these are all supposed to be the common characteristics for the individual. Okay, so now the learning starts. VAK is visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Here, when I talk, the child learns from the womb itself by listening to, with the touch, who is touching and what is touching, etc. The womb itself, child knows, and then the child learns everything from there itself. Auditory, sound, visually is not there during the birth, but auditory and the touch is definitely is there. Then this helps understand the student in a class. In a student, when we are having 30 students in a class, 30 or 40 students in a class, when English teacher is telling, when she is not writing anything on a board and orally explaining, auditory children will understand it very fast, because their listening is through the ears, and their memory, learning, everything is auditory. So they react and answer very quickly. Similarly, when the science teacher and maths teacher writes on the board, they will understand very quickly. The visual students will understand very quickly, because they see and learn. when it comes to the examinations, mostly these people may not perform that well, but the child who is kinesthetic energy is very high, he learns by practicing it. So the VAK means the kind of visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. The kinesthetic is by practicing with the hands. Whoever is doing, that person may perform well. When the parent-teacher meeting happens and the teacher, English teacher says your son is doing excellently, but maths teacher says your son is not doing very well, then because maths and science children are not doing, we keep them in the tuition. But basic thing is, whichever is high, the VAK auditory is high. Some people I have seen where auditory is 50%, 52%. Visual and kinesthetic is only some 20, 25, 30%, like that it is. If it is all or 50%, 33%, the child is supposed to have all the three modes of learning, then only he will be able to do. But our system, education system currently is not catering to all the three modes. It is only mostly the traditionally either orally it is making it or writing, etc. like that it is. So where depending upon which is high and which is low and what is his learning mode, we suggest what is the right way of learning, reading or learning or listening, etc. Then communication patterns, how they communicate. Then there are 8 multiple intelligences everybody is having, elders and children, everybody is having. So logical, linguistic, interpersonal. I'll just come to the next slide. Yeah, you can see here the graph. The 8 characteristics here are the logical, linguistic, interpersonal, intrapersonal, kinesthetic, visualistic, musical, naturalistic. Whichever is high and low, based on that, their internal characteristics will change. Their behaviors will change. So now most of the times what happens, the parents are interested in the music. They force child to go for the music. Either it could be instrumental, or it could be vocal, or it could be dance. Then what happens after some time, the child drops out because he is not able to cope up with the pressure. Basically here the music, if it is high, musical is very high here, and then their kinesthetic energy is high, then the child can perform the physical movements with the physical music, with physical changes. That means the body movements, dance kind of a thing. If he is a intrapersonal, they are more individualistic. If they are interpersonal, they require people. So now if the music is high, kinesthetic is high, they are intrapersonal, they will be a good group dancers. If there is musical is high, kinesthetic is high, intrapersonal is high, intrapersonal is high means individual dancers, interpersonal is high means group dancers will be very good. Okay, similarly, if music and the language is very high, linguistic is very high, they can be a good singers if the voice also is good, and they can be good lyricists, etc. And if kinesthetic energy, there are again the 2 portions we divide. One is gross motor skills, where both body, hands and movements, etc., legs and movements, everything is required. Fine motor skills is with the only finger movements. So if the fine motor skills and music is high, they can be good piano or instrumental players. If their gross motor skills are high, they can be good dancers. Okay, so now based on these things, we can inculcate the habits within the children. Similarly, if these characteristics, if you see, if the person is a naturalistic and then he is interpersonal guy. Interpersonal guy, in the morning, as soon as they get up, they have to speak to somebody, then only they feel happy. If intrapersonal guy, he doesn't want to speak, he or she doesn't want to speak with anybody, they want to have their own time and space. So like this, each character, the analyzing each of these characters, we will come to know how is their relationship. If wife is interpersonal and husband is intrapersonal, or vice versa. So interpersonal interpersonal wants to go out and meet friends, intrapersonal doesn't want to go. So they wanted to, intrapersonal people will stay in the home. So then the fight will start between spouses, wife and husband. So wife wants to go out, husband wants to stay in, or the other way around. So they don't accompany together. Similarly, if the one person is able to walk more, then other person is not able to walk. And then the logical, if interpersonal person with good language skills, linguistic skills, can be a good psychological counselor, or he can be a good marketing guy, meeting people and speaking. If logic is high and linguistic is high, he can be a good lawyer. And like this, no, we know what are the characteristics of each individual, and we guide the children, our elders also, for the right appropriate hobbies selection as well as the career selection. We go up to the depth of what vertical, what industry, what vertical people can uh, choose, and which role they can select. So this will help at any age of 3 years to 80 years, 80 plus years. And people, those who initially after 22 years, 23 years, people join in some course. Then finally, after 35 years, after some 15, 20 years of service, they feel that, oh, this I joined by force of my parents, or at the time I didn't have any other option, I joined. And in the midlife, they wanted to change the job, they cannot change. Or if they wanted to change, what to choose, particularly the pregnant ladies after delivery, what job they can choose, what job they can do. So this helps a lot by taking this kind of a thing. This analysis will help a lot in choosing a right job at that level. So for the children, we also suggest, based on their inborn potential, what studies they can take, what hobbies they can take, etc. here. So maybe Modalis are know this Jawahari window. This is known to self and known to others. This is known to self and known to others. This is open area of an individual. And known to self and hidden, not known to the others, is a hidden area. And only the individual know about themselves. Then, sorry. Blind spots is not known to self and known to the others. It is something like what is there in our behind, we don't know. So that is called the blind spot. So others have to give us a feedback. So by knowing ourselves with this fingerprint analysis, we reduce this unknown area, so that the more openness and will come, and then it is come. I hope all the people are able to understand. हिंदी में भी बोलना चाहिए, तो फिंगरप्रिंट से अपना पूरा कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स मालूम होता है, ऐसे कौन सा जॉब में जाना है, कौन सा कैरेक्टर, कौन सा गेम सेलेक्ट करना है वगैरह, ऐसा मालूम होता है इससे. Anybody specific in Hindi, if they don't understand, please raise their hands so that I can slow down and then explain in Hindi also. किसी को हिंदी में ही होना चाहिए, तो ये समझ में नहीं आया तो हाथ उठाइए, हम हिंदी में भी बताएंगे. Yeah, these are all. अभी ये तो पूरा बता दिया मैंने. And so, as I mentioned, the relationship counseling. So we take the feedback also. Once one wife and husband came, patni or pati, so they have a lot of issues. So based on the fingerprint analysis, we have highlighted their strengths. Patni ko ज़्यादा. Then one more thing I missed here. Yeah. Their thinking patterns, leadership, general, gross motor, fine motor, language, visualization, all this managerial leadership, they will come to know. So wife is patni ko ज़्यादा managerial qualities and leadership qualities hai, but she is not working. Pati is working in an organization he wants to start. मैंने बताया था उसको, आप पत्नी का हेल्प ले लीजिए, प्लानिंग, कोऑर्डिनेशन, मैनेजरियल, टाइम मैनेजमेंट, पीपल मैनेजमेंट, ये वगैरह पत्नी को दे दीजिए, आपने वर्क का ऊपर फोकस कर दीजिए, ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं। बोलिए मैडम, हेमा मैडम, आप म्यूट में है। हेलो,
हाँ सर,
हाँ बताइए।
आप जो नॉलेज दे रहे हैं ना, हिंदी में रहे तो ज्यादा अच्छा है सर।
या पूरा मेरा इंग्लिश में फ्लो चले गए ऐसा ही। अभी हिंदी में बताता हूँ थोड़ा। अभी तक जो बताया था समझ में आया है?
हाँ, वो अभी हिंदी में बोल रहे हैं, वो समझ आ रहा है सर।
ओके। अभी ये फिंगरप्रिंट्स से आपका करियर कौन सा काम कर सकते हैं, कौन सा प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकता है, कैसा बिहेव कर सकता है, कैसा चल सकता है, कैसा बिहेव कर सकता है दूसरों के साथ, कैसा क्या बोलते हैं, कैसा बात करता है। अभी
हाँ।
छोटे बच्चे लोग रहता है, अभी 1-2 साल का बच्चे लोग रहता है, वो घर को कोई आए तो उसके पास दौड़ के चले जाता है, एक बच्चा दौड़ के चले जाता है, दूसरा बच्चा घर के अंदर घुस जाता है। ये
हाँ।
इसको इंटरपर्सनल कहते हैं। इंटरपर्सनल ज्यादा है तो वो दूसरों के पास जल्दी चले जाता है बात करने के लिए, इसीलिए। लेकिन वो इंट्रापर्सनल ज्यादा होता है, वो अंदर घुस जाता है, किसी से भी मिलने के लिए डर लगता है। थोड़ी देर के बाद थोड़ा चॉकलेट देने के लिए, ये वगैरह थोड़ा बात करने के बाद थोड़ा आसान, वो उसका फेस थोड़ा मालूम होने के बाद उसके पास जाता है। सो ऐसा ये बच्चा क्यों ऐसा बिहेव कर रहा है, और स्कूल में भी टीचर क्या बोलते हैं, एक जगह में नहीं बैठते हैं। अभी बच्चा लोगों को पढ़ने के लिए बोले बोले तो घर में एक आधा घंटा भी कोई बच्चा नहीं बैठता है, क्योंकि घर में टीवी में क्या चल रहा है, एक पानी पीना है, एक टॉयलेट जाना है, एक बार कौन आ रहा है बाहर से, ये पूरा देखने के लिए उठते ही रहता है, जाके आता है। स्टडीज का ऊपर फोकस नहीं रहता है, उसका कंसंट्रेशन नहीं रहता है। ये क्यों होता है? ये इससे मालूम होता है, फिंगरप्रिंट से मालूम होता है हमको। काइनेस्थेटिक एनर्जी बोलता है, उसका बॉडी एनर्जी थोड़ा ज्यादा है तो एक जगह पे बैठना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है, बैठ के पढ़ना मुश्किल होता है। उसको क्या करना है, पहले ये गेम्स वगैरह खेलने के लिए छोड़ देना चाहिए, बाद में बैठने के लिए बोलना है उसको। जब क्या होता है, उसका काइनेस्थेटिक एनर्जी थोड़ा संतुष्ट हो गया, बॉडी का थोड़ा जब वो स्टडीज का ऊपर फोकस कर सकता है। ओके, सो ये फिंगरप्रिंट एनालिसिस इज वन ऑफ द सिस्टम्स। ये करियर के लिए कौन सा जॉब करना है, किस इंडस्ट्री में जॉब करना है, ऐसा पूरा मालूम होता है इससे। और कौन सा भी ये म्यूजिक में, डांस में, और गेम्स में, स्पोर्ट्स में कौन सा गेम अच्छा कर सकते हैं, ये भी मालूम होता है बच्चे लोगों के लिए। So then 90 skill cognitive skill development. This is the second system. So this the first system is over on this one. That this is called the DMIT first system. What I have spoken, where while we are using for the career counseling and then options of selection of the studies and selection of the hobbies, we are also using for the relationship counseling and understanding the child behavior, personal behavior, people's behavior from the DMIT. Okay, so yeah, this is called the 90 skills development. This is the second system I am talking. इसमें भी एक रिटन टेस्ट रहता है। रिटन टेस्ट में कितना मार्क्स होता है मालूम होता है। तीन घंटे का एग्जाम होता है। ये 3 घंटे में उसमें विजुअल, आर्टिस्टिक, ऑडिटरी, काइनेस्थेटिक जो बताया था मैंने, वो पूरा मालूम होता है। और इसमें टेस्टिंग किसा फिगरल, ये पिक्चर्स देख के कैसा बताता है, या सिंबॉलिक से, या फिगर्स देख के कैसा बताता है, नंबर से, सेमांटिक वर्ड्स देख के कैसा बताता है, कैसा एनालाइज करता है, कैसा सीखता है, ये पूरा मालूम होता है। इससे पूरा 90 स्किल्स का टेस्ट लेते हैं 3 घंटे में। उसमें कौन सा कम है कौन सा ज्यादा है बोल के एक पर्सनल रिपोर्ट देके पर्सनल ट्रेनिंग का मटेरियल देते हैं। ये 100 आवर्स का ट्रेनिंग होता है, 100 घंटे का, 100 घंटे का। उसमें नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट्स we teach cognition, memory, critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, creativity. All these things will come to know. Okay, from this is the various combinations here, like स्कूल का पढ़ाई हम नहीं देते, लेकिन स्कूल का पढ़ाई अच्छा करने में कर सकते हैं। ये ट्रेनिंग होने के बाद स्कूल में जो भी मैथ्स फिजिक्स वगैरह वो अच्छा कर सकते हैं। कौन सा भी क्लास में भी हो, ये ट्रेनिंग करने के बाद वो अच्छा कर सकते हैं। अभी कुछ करने का कुछ पूछ रहा है हेमा मैडम?
नहीं, थैंक यू सर।
Okay, you can remove the hand.
हाँ,
Okay. So this 90 cognitive skills we call it, and 100 hours में जो भी नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट है 100 आवर्स लेता है, 10 मॉड्यूल्स रहता है, 10 मॉड्यूल्स रहता है, 10 चैप्टर्स, एंड एक एक को 10 घंटा 10-12 घंटा होता है एवरेज में। और नॉर्मल स्टूडेंट 100 आवर्स इफ दे टेक इट, other students they take very highly intelligent students may take in 80 hours. Slow learners and learning difficulty people may take 120 to 140 hours. But at the end of all the training, individual training package will be created. At the end of training, their cognitive skills will be improved. That's what we have seen in few cases, many cases in fact. So this is what I am telling, from any age group, from 5 years to 30 years it will work. And particularly this helps students, those who are preparing for competitive exams and competitive like bank exam and other exams also, it will help a lot. So how quickly to analyze, think and take a decision, etc. It will help a lot. This is based on Mary Maker's system, structure of intellect it is called. This helps for the student, whether the child is a gifted child or learning difficulty child or aspirational child or near gifted child, any spectrum of the students, any student, it will help. They will have the different kind of training method, individualized training रहता है इसमें. So this is called the energy SOA, the structure of intelligence. So then this is second system is over. This is basically for the students up to age students and up to age group of 30 years, 30-35 years, and the job seekers also it will help in doing it. You can see here that the small graphs and then bigger graphs here. So where it is initially they are low, and after training it will increase here. Okay, the third system, I am now coming to the pure healing and healing techniques I am coming to. So generally when we talk of emotions, there's sadness, stress, fear, anxiety, self-concern, interfering with others, panic attacks, jet lag, so anger, hate, etc. So all these, so phobias. Some people cannot get into the darkness. Some people cannot get into the lift because of the lift phobia, or maybe they may get the fear of, they would have experienced the lift stop ho gaya, then they get panic inside the lift. Then tunnels where that like if it is a dark deep below the tunnels, it is very difficult for them, they cannot go. And this hyperactive children also will be there, hyperactive brain, and they keep on thinking so many things and they cannot sit at one place also. And there are OCD and psychological problems. So like this, there are several emotions which we address, and there are various methods are there from the this one, emotions we talk of. So one of the techniques is called access bars. This is invented in America. 32 points will be there. Brain में 22 पॉइंट्स रहता है, 30, 21, 32 पॉइंट्स रहता है. जब जस्ट वी टच द पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम वन पॉइंट टू द अदर पॉइंट हियर, there will be energy clearance and one bar will be created, like a pipe will be created from one point to the other point. A pipe will be created. It is something like a bar. So that bar, that is the reason we call it the access bar, accessing to the consciousness and accessing to the energy here. So these 32 points here, I will try to share this picture here. Can you see? So is it visible here in the top left corner? 32 points, the money, creativity, control, then aging, joy and sadness, body and sexuality. एजिंग रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स बोलता है, किसी को नींद नहीं आता है, किसी को ग्रोथ नहीं रहता है, किसी को टेंशन्स रहता है, वार में जो होके आता है, वार या युद्ध में होके आता है, वो लोगों को भी प्रॉब्लम्स, वही सीन्स हमेशा याद रहता है. सो माइंड काम नहीं हो सकता है वो लोगों को भी. सो एलोपैथी में ज्यादा से ज्यादा सेडेटिव्स देता है, इसीलिए people don't go for that to take the sedatives, don't feel like, because there are some side effects. इसमें क्या होता है, इस सिस्टम में just we touch the points in the brain for the 30 to 45 minutes, and just by doing a touching, a very light touch, person normally gets into very deep relaxation. So we have seen people snoring. I personally snore immediately. Within 5 minutes, I get into the deep sleep. And when we do this for particular problems, there is a migraine, some person, he was taking medication early morning, daily at 4 o'clock, he takes a medicine and then gets up. Early morning, he takes a medicine and gets up for the migraine headache. For last 10 to 12 years, it is happening. So I did some 10 to 12 sessions for him, each session spanning for 30 minutes. And his migraine, initially the tablet intensity reduced, then later the frequency reduced. यानी एक हफ्ते में 2-3 बार लेते थे माइग्रेन हेडेक के लिए, डेली लेते थे पहले हर एक दिन, बाद में 2-3 दिन में हुआ, बाद में पूरा छूट गया टैबलेट. So 10 sessions is spanning over this one. But there could be in one session, there is some miracles could happen. अपने एक औरत आया था, उसमें कुकर उठाने के लिए भी मुश्किल हो रहा था उसको, हाथ पेन रहता है कभी भी. वो क्या होता है, 15 मिनट का एक सेशन दिया था उसको, ऐसा बार्स काली हेड टचिंग द डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स इन द हेड. उसमें क्या हुआ, उसका कई साल से जो भी पेन है हाथ में, वो पेन छूट गया था सिर्फ 15 मिनट में. देन किसी का स्पीच का प्रॉब्लम था और किसी का डर का प्रॉब्लम था, स्टेज का ऊपर जाके बात करना मुश्किल था, किसी को स्टैमरिंग बोलते हैं हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं स्टैमरिंग को, सो स्पीच, कंटिन्यूअस स्पीच नहीं आता है उसको, थोड़ा हटके बोलते हैं. So Aplana. So that also has reduced, and उसको बात करने के लिए बहुत धैर्य हो गया और सभी का सामने स्टेज का ऊपर बात कर लिया था. वो बाद में आके बोला था, उसको एक ही सेशन, हाफ एन आवर सेशन दिया था. बाद में अंकल बहुत मिराकिल हो गया, आपने जो भी किया था, हम जाके स्टेज का ऊपर बात किया था, बिना डर से पूरा स्टेज को कंट्रोल किया था, बोला था. और दूसरा एक इंजीनियरिंग स्टूडेंट था, उसका कॉलेज में एक कंपनी, मल्टीनेशनल कंपनी आके एग्जाम कुछ लिया था. वो योगा भी करता था और मेडिटेशन भी करता था, पूरा है, लेकिन उसका डर है, स्टेज का ऊपर जाके बात करने का डर है. उसमें क्या होता था, वो जाके उस दिन वो एग्जाम करने के बाद वो फाइनली फ्रॉम 500 स्टूडेंट्स ही वाज सेलेक्टेड, एंड देन लास्ट 3 में आ गया था वो. इन द सेंस फर्स्ट 3 में सेलेक्ट हो गया था वो लोग ना अचानक स्टूडेंट्स का सामने बात करने के लिए बोला था, और बिना डर होके पूरा अच्छा बात किया था। बाद में मुझे भेजा था, फीडबैक भेजा था, अंकल इसी से आपका जो भी किया था एक्सेस बार इसी का वजह से बिना डर हम बात कर सके थे उतना लोगों के सामने। So this is very effective for so many problems. Okay. So this is one great thing. So which I have been practicing since 2012. And people, those who get very good sleep, some of the body pains gets released, and it's a wonderful system. Then we have batch flow remedies. Here, the batch flow remedies, this is, as I mentioned, all the emotions what we talked of. He is called the Edward Bach. In 1990s, 1890 to 1900, he's a doctor. He was a doctor in England. He was having homeopathy clinic, hospital, and English, that is allopathy hospital. Both he was having, but he was not happy in solving some of the psychological problems. मेंटल प्रॉब्लम्स सॉल्व करने में थोड़ा मुश्किल होता था उसको। वो क्या किया कि वेरवेन माउंट बोल के है इंग्लैंड में, उधर जाके थोड़ा इधर उधर घूमा था और फ्लावर्स देख के बहुत अट्रैक्ट हो गया था। वो फ्लावर्स का स्मेल से ही थोड़ा प्लेजेंटनेस आ रहा था उसको। तो वो क्या किया, वो एक्सट्रैक्ट 38 फ्लावर्स लाइक अग्रिमोनी, एस्पेन, बीच, सेंटोरी, water violet, walnut, like this, so many, this one, heather, so many flowers he found, 38 flowers, and uska oils extract kiya tha. And he started using those things, like mixing in homeopathy pills and then giving it. So for exam fear, we can use this. There are no side effects, there is no expiry, and anybody can use this system. One need not be very expert in, one need not do any doctor or medical system. We need not study for this purpose. Anybody can learn and use this one. So I learned it in 2009 or 10 and then started practicing. There is a remedy called scleranthus for immediate decision making. People are unable to take decisions. They can take that within one pills one time. Immediately they will be able to take a decision. अभी adjustments होता है, सास ससुर का adjustment और वाइफ एंड हस्बैंड का एडजस्टमेंट प्रॉब्लम्स रहता है। देन बच्चों के लिए, बच्चों को समझते नहीं बाप पेरेंट्स, और पेरेंट्स प्रॉब्लम्स बिटवीन पेरेंट्स एंड चिल्ड्रन। प्रॉब्लम्स क्या होता है, बच्चे लोग का उसका सोच तरीका अलग रहता है और बड़े लोगों का अलग रहता है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड एडजस्टमेंट नहीं रहता है। ऐसा इसमें भी there is some external announcement and some disturbance is coming. Sorry for that. So when we take a walnut, there is a medicine called the walnut flower remedy. It is not the regular accrued what we get walnut boleto. It is walnut is a separate flower. We get that walnut will give the change of environment for you. So my excellent experiences are with the atmosphere. When I feel very hot, immediately when I take the walnut, its temperature cools down. Either my body temperature adjusts to that outside temperature, or it will adjust, it will rain or something. Very surprisingly, I boarded one bus to go to Hyderabad. It is non-AC and it is sometime around 10 o'clock in the night, very hot, non-AC bus it is. After I realized that it is a non-AC and how difficult it is to go to Hyderabad, that is again a hard place. From Bangalore I am traveling. I started chanting walnut, 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 walnut. That means I want to get adjusted to the environment. So you can't believe, after 10-15 kilometers I crossed and it started raining. There are no rain predictions in summer. It started raining. It is a miracle. This kind of a rain coming, and rain continued up to midnight, 2 o'clock or so, where the temperature cooled down and I was comfortably traveling. It's not only first time. Recently, about in Bangalore, we never had this particular season. We didn't have the rains. So one day, about 20 days back, when I took the walnut and then projected because of the heat, within one day there was a rain. That is a miracle. So this kind of a miracles anybody can experience, and then I just wanted to capture everybody's experiences on this emotional, this one, and this also comes from how we talk, how we what words we use. Based on that we give the medicine for those people. Somebody was unable to take a decision. Her husband passed away, and children are asking her to go to US and or Bombay, and her knee pain was there, and she was supposed to get operated. So now, since her husband passed away, that is sadness is there. Then there is the people are asking her to come by leaving the own house. She is unable to take a decision, and she is not able to stay alone, and she is not able to get do anything because of the knee pains. So I gave some combination of some medicines. Within 1 month, she took a decision. She got operated and she went to US. So this happens like that. Then again, there is something called the rescue remedy here. Probably you may be seeing here on the screen in the last point, rescue remedy. This is another wonderful medicine. इसमें क्या होता है, इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन में भी पर्सन को बाहर लेके आती है इमरजेंसी से पहले. अभी ये अपने साथ रखते हैं रेस्क्यू रेमेडी. इफ यू आर कैरिंग विद अस, अपने साथ रखे तो इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन ही नहीं आता है. So अभी 2-3 दिन से थोड़ा माउथ का अल्सर्स चल रहा था मुझे. मैंने just took the rescue remedy and then I was doing gargling and it has reduced immediately. Otherwise, I would have to go to doctor and take antibiotic. And people those who are in emergency ICUs, particularly if you give rescue remedy, they will come back. And personally, I have experienced it in 3-4 cases. And when we give this projection of the energy also, it will help a lot to get that people come out from the ICU. Okay, so now any questions on this one? Bachelor remedies. I am planning to take a session on the bachelor remedies. People can use for their own healing purpose and their own family healing purpose. They can use this one. And people those who are not able to speak, there people those who have bedwetting, people those who have fear, exam fear, known fear, anxiety, ऐसा जो भी है problems or problems and emotions, stress particularly, work pressure, stress रहता है, and you are going to the new one job, you are leaving and joining a new job, you don't know how the people will be. Take walnut, you will be very happy to settle, and you get environment will be in your favor, where you can get adjusted to that. Okay, and when you are going to the new place, you will have a lot of tension. I am going first time to that place. I don't know how the people will be, how I will get a taxi, and how I will get accommodation, etc. and all. So now you just take walnut, water violet. In the water violet, when you are taking, that will help you a lot, water violet, in getting everything, whatever you require. You will get a royal treatment. Somebody will come and help you to go to get a taxi, take you to the large room, etc. and all. Personally, I have very good experience with water violet. And it is also called the Sunday medicine or a holiday medicine. For festivals, when we use this water violet, you get back the money whatever you spent for the festival. यानी त्योहार के टाइम पे जो भी अपन खर्च करते हैं आइटम्स वगैरह लाने में, ये वाटर वायलेट लेके खर्च करिए तो कौन सा भी मोड में आपका जो भी खर्च किया था वो आपको वापस आ जाता है. So that is the power of this batch flower remedies. 38 remedies plus 39th remedy is a rescue remedy. We have excellent experiences with this one, and I want to take session. Interested people can message me later. So we'll go for it. Okay, thank you. Then next one is Anu madam, how much time we have still?
Right You can go on. It's fine. You can go on. You can
Okay.
finish your presentation, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Okay. So the बहुत ज़्यादा है information इसलिए the that's why they will get impatient. People will become impatient. So there is a bachelor remedy called impatient. People those who are having impatience, if they take impatience, their patience will improve. Okay. So now, so this is another healing system. This is another healing system people call the pranic healing. We learned in whether it is in spiritual tablet or quantum life university, we learned about the aura and the third eye and then energy. So you can just see the pictures how the energy will be here and then how aura looks like this. You can see on this white energy around this white shirt man here, and that is the aura here. So what happens is when we are having when we have our body, physical body is there, the etheric body or energy body, it will span from 1 to 2 feet is called the inner aura, and 10 to 12 feet is called the outer aura. So the inner aura and outer aura, when we talk of, there is a mechanism. How do we sense it? When all of you know that sometimes the static energy we call it, when we touch like this, when we expand our hands like this, there will be a magnetic movement between the two hands. After some time, no, they become very here they come close, very tough. Pushing close is very tough. You feel there is some sponge kind of a thing is in between your hands. That is called the energy in between, the static energy. Similarly, we use this kind of a technique to get this one. Here, the pranic healing, you know, all of you know the prana, and then cosmic energy is there. Why we require this external prana and external healing? Normally, when we are having body, if the body is sick or ill, or when we sleep normally, we all our chakras, say the chakras positions are here, Agnya chakra, and then several chakras are given here in this picture, the picture you can see here. The chakras are supposed to attract the energy and then get the body healed automatically when we sleep. Now, when we are not in a position to get a good sleep, we are not receiving the energy. Now, why we do the meditation is to attract deliberately more energy, we do the meditation. Okay, otherwise we are attracting the energy. Body has a healing system itself, and then why we take tablets to remove the pain, or we take a tablet, but then healing system improves by taking tablets. Okay, so that is the reason the doctors give you 5 days medicine you have to take. Within 5 days the pain will go, and then healing mechanism will improve in the body. So whatever may be the system, whether it could be allopathy system or Ayurvedic or homeopathy or any system, the body heals itself, and then we don't require further tablets, further medication, we don't require it. But in some cases where the patient is too ill, he cannot receive the energy from the cosmic energy, he will not receive it. So that is the reason the Reiki or pranic healing, people started doing it for the other people, so that others get a lot of good energy quickly, and sustainable energy they will get it, and their healing mechanism of the body will improve. So when we say the pranic healing or Reiki, we are only trying to improve the body's healing mechanism, trying to improve the body's healing mechanism. So thereby the healing of main problem will increases. Main problem will reduce and the healing will increase, and he becomes his energy gets elevated. Okay, in this pranic healing system, what we do is when the physical manifestation of the problems are happening, first they reflect in the outer aura, then inner aura, then the physical problem will happen in the body. What it means is, if there is a physically, there is a that is it's not, suppose if there is a cut, immediately it is happening, that we cannot say anything. But the cut may not happen. After the cut happens, its energy will be reflected, negative energy or whatever the energy will be reflected in the inner aura and outer aura. Somebody can close the mic, please. Others, please mute everybody. Some noises I'm hearing. Okay, so इसमें क्या होता है, औरा औरा बोलते हैं, उसमें औरा में किसी को दर्द होता है, बॉडी में दर्द होता है, नी पेन रहता है, और किसी भी वो एथरिक बॉडी में भी रिफ्लेक्ट करता है. सो इन प्राणिक हीलिंग बेसिकली वी सेंस द एनर्जी. प्राणिक हीलिंग में क्या करते हैं, ऐसा एनर्जी कितना है, ये ऐसा नॉर्मली चल रहा है या देयर इज अ डिप्लीशन. डिप्लीशन मींस डेप्थ, when the congestion means where is the energy more. So based on that, we realize where is the problem is in the body. Suppose somebody says neck pain, किसी को the neck pain रहता है. When we scan it like this, we sense the energy, the normal level of energy is how much it is there, and there is a depletion like this, there is a congestion like this. Energy कम होता है ऐसा, ये बॉडी बोले तो एनर्जी कम होता है. इधर एनर्जी क्लेंस करना है, क्लेंस करे तो नॉर्मल होता है. इधर ज्यादा रहता है, कभी कभी कहाँ ज्यादा रहता है, और ज्यादा रहे तो भी दूसरा पेन रहता है इधर. ओके, बॉडी सपोज इफ देयर इज अ पेन, हेडेक हियर, there can be congestion, energy congestion. That means when people are doing lot of meditation, they get headache. That's why after the meditation, people are advised to do some physical exercises. Okay, so before going for the meditation also, they are supposed to do the physical exercises because the body becomes loosened and then energy flow will be improved. And after doing the meditation, because energy, excess energy is stored in the body, you have to give that excess energy to others. जो भी ज्यादा है एनर्जी बॉडी में, वो किसी को देना है. किसको देते हैं आप? एनर्जी एर्थिंग बोलते हैं, ग्राउंडिंग बोलते हैं. यू हैव टू गिव इट टू मदर अर्थ, और यू हैव टू गिव इट टू ट्रीज, प्लांट्स, or whoever requires that energy, are universal. You can send back the extra energy to universe. So क्या होता है इससे, क्या होता है अभी मेडिटेशन करने के बाद थोड़ा हल्का होने के लिए थोड़ा एक्सरसाइज करना चाहिए. नहीं तो suppose if there is a congestion, over lot of energy is stuck here, you start getting the headache. Now at that time, what happens when we check the energy here, it goes like this. It will be very high level, it will keep going it. So then also people will get a headache. Suppose there is a congestion, that means there is a congestion means it is something like a depth. There is no energy, very least energy. Then also you get very clumsy, this one. Particularly you might observe किसी का नजर लगना, ladies know very well. When you go out and come back, you feel lot of stress in the legs, stress in the eyes, you will come to know more. At that time, sometimes when you check the energy level, sometimes it could be very low energy in the eyes, so or very high in the energy. It's a both can happen. So इससे क्या होता है, नजर लगना, you feel discomfort and you are not free, you get headache, eye pains, and like this it will be there. So when you are taking any energy healing, immediately that will go. So I have one last slide I wanted to share that with this one. But in the pranic healing, what we do, we cleanse that energy. Where the congested energy also we cleanse, and we cleanse the depleted energy also. We depleted means kam rana, jada rana is a congestion. So both situations we cleanse, and aura should become uniform. Uniform, like in this picture you are seeing it, it should be uniform. So then what happens? The pains will reduce. So in one session it may happen, 2-3 sessions it may require to be done, and this can be done this is a non-touch. किसी को छूने का जरूरत नहीं रहता है इसमें, और ये भी पर्सनल अपना सामने जो भी बैठता है उसको भी कर सकता है, और कहीं भी रहता है दुनिया में उसकी भी कर सकता है। तो फेस टू फेस रहने का जरूरत नहीं है इसको। And this is invented by by Master Chao Kok Sui. He's Philippines. He went to, he's from China origin, I think. He knows Chinese systems of meditation and healing, Japanese systems and India systems. In India, he came and met in Chennai and the Himalayas. He went and then came out, and he came out with the many major and minor chakras. Normally, we talk of in our meditation 7 major chakras, like Sahasrara, then Agnya chakra, then throat chakra, then heart chakra, then Nabhi chakra, Manipuraka, then sex chakra, then Mooladhara chakra. So he ये invent किया था, एक organ को भी chakras रहता है. Like heart has chakras, liver has chakras, major and minor chakras, stomach, major and minor chakras are there. And then like this, several chakras all over body are there. Even in the fingers, isme bhi finger minor chakra we call it here. Small chakras will be there. These chakras are not visible to anybody. They are only imaginary chakras, but the chakras are there. That is energy chakras. So like in मूलाधार चक्र, स्वादिष्ठान चक्र एंड ऑल, वो किसी को भी नहीं दिखता है, वो ऐसा भी ये होता है इधर, देखिए. So these chakras are here, and we can heal those chakras, cleanse chakras, and do it. Any questions so far? Anybody can raise a hand if any questions are there. Okay, so this is another system. I have various different experiences with this pranic healing. Personally, I've been doing since 1997, and distance healing also is working, and then face to face also is working. This one, one simple example I'll tell. Early morning 5:30, my sister called me. I stay in Bangalore and sister in Hyderabad, and my mother's voice has gone. She was not able to talk. It was at 5 o'clock in the morning. Then when I took the phone and then called, those days only we had landline phones. We took the phone, and then when I spoke to her, she was not able to pronounce my name. She was telling. And when I checked it, there is a throat chakra. There is a heavy congestion in the throat chakra. In the sense that the throat chakra here, the whatever is there, what chakra, this is the chakra here, you can see here. There is a high congestion of the energy. And then I gave this to my wife, and I started cleansing this throat chakra. Immediately, she spoke to my wife. My mother spoke to my wife, saying that, hey, what are you doing? So early morning, you are talking to me. That was such a miracle. This can happen. So when I was speaking, she was unable to speak. And how much time it takes? Give the phone to the next person to my side, and then I started healing here. Her this one is like a miracle. Voice got cleared, and she is able to speak. And my sister wondered what happened within this 3 seconds or 1 or 2 minutes. What happened? So of course, my sister also is a pranic healer, so she was serving my mother at that point in time. Another time, she called, and then I was. My mother was walking there, and then suddenly my sister shouted, saying that there is a blood coming to my mother's toes. She was diabetic by that time, and blood is coming. Then immediately I imagined her toes, and then I did some healing. I gave it to her. Immediately the blood circulation, blood oozing out from this one, रक्त बाहर आना stop हो गया. And then उसको पेन मालूम हुआ उधर. किसी को लग गया था टॉयलेट को जाने के टाइम पे, कुछ बकेट वगैरह किसको लगा था, टो में से ब्लीडिंग आ रहा है, वो ब्लीडिंग उसको मालूम नहीं हो रहा है मदर को. जब I did it from the healing from that place, immediately the bleeding stopped, and then she started getting the pain. That means the sensation has improved. sensation in the body has improved as soon as the bleeding stopped. So this is a wonderful system. Anybody can learn, and they have various systems like basic and advanced color therapies, and then psychotherapy they have. Then 13, 14 levels of meditation they have. The twin hearts meditation, chakral meditation, blue pearl meditation, kundalini meditation, arhatic meditation. Like this, there are several meditations they have, various stages. They asked us to do the 2 years continuous meditation. So we did by noting down which day, which meditation we have done, etc. And all we have done for 2 years regular meditation. And we did, it's a wonderful system. It is really. Okay, so it works. But again, from person to person, it differs how the healing is. And as you know, their own past karmas, the people will come here by taking their own past karma as a baggage, previous life baggages. Sometimes till the baggage is cleared, they will not get the healing mechanism. Whatever maybe the medical system you call it, they will not get the healing or medical assistance till their karma is what you call the karma is over. Okay, so like this, I can go on my own experiences, and then the system is excellent system. It is. I really bow to Master Chawakok Sui. In daily my meditation, I really take him, and he is supposed to be after Buddha's Master Chawakok Sui Mahaguruji mailing. He is called the mailing. So mailing, Mahaguruji mailing is Master Chawakok Sui's guru. Okay, and he lived from 1990 up to 2007. He lived 2006 or 7. He passed away, Master Chawakok Sui, and it's wonderful to read about his history, his own thing. He came out with the third eye and then a clairvoyance, but he is not a clairvoyant. He took somebody else who is a clairvoyant, and he verified all his systems, whatever he is doing, the chakral size of the chakra, the cone, how the everything comes. So he used to get verify from his another master who is a clairvoyant. He used to suggest, and then this man used to heal, and then ask him again, yes, it has reduced, this is the color, that is what. So this is a wonderful system he has created. There are a lot of books on this one, and it's every country has this one. In India also, it is called the yoga vidya pranic healing or something, because it is not recognized under the Ayush. So yoga, unless yoga vidya, meditation are there, it will not be. But anyway, the meditation is internal part of pranic healing. Anybody can use and learn and heal themselves, and their near and dear they can use. So next is a hypnotherapy. What I learned. So this hypnotherapy is used for the self-healing as well as healing others, and then getting into the past life regression also is some sort of hypnotherapy. And we will come to know the past life regression. There are various masters, including Dr. Newton Kondaviti and Dr. Lakshmi Kondaviti. They are masters in the past life regression, and they designed a lot of meditation, etc. But I came into contact recently only with those people. But I learned this hypnotherapy sometime in 2012 or 13, and then I did project work in hypnotherapy also. How the hypnotherapy, with the hypnotherapy, how we can reduce the physical and psychological problems. So about 15-20 cases I have done, and it was really wonderful system. And normally people and daily I do myself, because for self-confidence, removing fears, removing physical, psychological problems, for achieving success. For self-help, when I am saying, when we don't get the sleep, normally people get weak, both ढीला हो जाता है, नींद नहीं आया, नींद नहीं आ रहा है, मुझे क्या करना है पता नहीं है, कितना भी देर सो जाओ, कितना कुछ करे तो भी, कुछ टैबलेट लिए तो भी, नींद का टैबलेट लिए तो भी नींद नहीं आता है बोलते हैं। ऐसा कंडीशन में 2 मिनट में, 2 ही मिनट में मैंने उसको सुला सकता हूँ। What I do is normally with when I relax for about half an hour, 45 minutes in the afternoon session, or in the night, if I am sleeping at 1:30, I have to get up by 5:30. So only 4 hours sleep may not be sufficient. So within 2 minutes, I get into the sleep with this kind of a system where we get into the deeper levels of relaxation techniques, and then get the healed. Our body automatically gets healed. Like this it is there. And one thing is, unless you are willing to get hypnotized, you cannot get hypnotized. So people will have a lot of fear, saying that what will happen to us, and what will happen if they are doing the hypnotherapy, and they may do it in pictures and all. They have created a wrong notion about the hypnotherapy. ओके, हिप्नोथेरेपी कल पे कुछ गलत काम करते हैं वो लोग, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। जब आप हिप्नोथेरेपी के लिए आता है, आपका विलिंगनेस नहीं है, तो कोई भी कुछ नहीं कर सकता, सबकॉन्शियस लेवल को लेके नहीं जा सकते। दिस इज hypnotherapy is getting into the subconscious level and then solving the problem, solve the past life problems, future problems, confidence problems, etc. Everything can happen in the hypnotherapy. Okay, so I think, madam, we will stop at this place, because this Vastu and wellness I want to talk here. Just briefly, I will tell. I deal with the pyramid Vastu. Vastu knowledge I have, Vastu in general, and with that also I use pyramids here. For various pyramids we use to correct the Vastu defects in the house. We don't have to demolish and then reconstruct. Just by placing appropriate Vastu pyramids, we can change the energy of that location, and thereby the energy of the house will increase, and energy of the office will increase, the energy of the business will increase. And also we have the personal healing mechanisms here. There are a lot of things for the neck pain, back pain, then eyes. There are pyramids, separate pyramids are there. With pictures I want to show that, and then take maybe 1 hour session. That itself takes 1 hour. So we will reserve this for some other day. Then spiritual healing and meditation. I used to take meditation when I was in ISRO. About 20-30 people we used to meet for about 20 minutes every week, and we observed our with the meditation, our inner energy increases, and then day-long work becomes more easy, and more extended hours we were working. Instead of going at 5 o'clock in the office home, I personally used to work up to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in this one. And one of the things is the breathing technique and positive affirmations and the healing, meditation, etc. And yeah, this is a really good things, and I have a lot of cases where we can discuss. And most of you also know that meditation, etc. and all. Meditation with the pyramid. I didn't know that basically Brahmarshi Patriji till recently. And PMC is the spiritual reality cassette came to me, CD came to me in 2003 or 4. That CD, I shared it with at least 20-30 people, and the kind of explanation about the meditation in the pyramids, etc. It is a wonderful thing. I hope all of you might have watched already that thing several times. And after watching that particular CD, the meditation effects have increased a lot, multifold. Okay, so yeah, so we'll talk more on the next system. Mental and emotional health, we discussed about most of them: psychological and emotional, depression, anxiety, sex drive, moral, competition behavior, excessive eating, etc. And this is acupressure is again the self-help thing. It takes a long time, 1 hour, 1.5 hours to take. So we'll this one. And what I want to specifically mention here is uh, we are having eyesight improvement program with my guru Bhojraj. I am doing it, or I can conduct it separately also. The people those are interested. We have observed there is a point reduction in the eyes. So mine particularly, I am wearing specs of 4.5 and 4, both left and right eyes. So now the 0.5 reduction, what I say is the 4.5 has become 4 and 4.0 has become 3.5 when we do acupressure for the eyes. Similarly, the acupressure for hearing, and here that many eye problems we can solve by doing the acupressure around the eyes. It is a self-help, 10 minutes per day, each individual can spare for themselves to remove the specs, improve the vision, and avoid eye-related problems. And for somebody who is supposed to get the cataract operation, he was an ISRO scientist, he could avoid the cataract operation totally now. So at the age of 70, he was diagnosed for the cataract, and then he was about to go for the cataract operation. With this acupressure with for the eyesight improvement, he could delay. First is a delay of the cataract operation. Later, within 3 to 6 months time, the cataract was removed. The cataract operation was totally declined. That means cataract disappeared. So the doctors themselves have surprised how it happened, but that is the power of acupressure. I want to discuss this more. Everybody can have, I have 100 cases at least where I can share my experience with acupressure. Hearing improvement again, as we age about 45, 50 years, left ear and right ear, both the ears, they stop functioning properly. And then the uh, distance at which we hear, the clarity at which we hear, then what is that, the sound within the ears, we all get that kind of a problems. So there is an imbalance. When both the ears there is an imbalance, we get the giddiness. So such kind of a things, by doing this ear acupressure, we can reduce, we can improve our hearing and reduce ear problems. So this is a 3 to 6 months program, and eyesight is 3 to 6 months program. If you club, anybody can learn both together also, and it 15-20 minutes personally they can spend time for improving their own vision and listen both. Okay, so we'll discuss this in more detail, and people those are interested, particularly after 40, 50 years hearing problems, they can message me for knowing more. So this color therapy is another wonderful thing. I will deal in next session. And with the color therapy, you don't have to go for any, even in this one, we have the colors where many people, whether it is a male or female, they cannot tell is one thing they cannot tell is they get continuous urination. They pass within the dress. They don't have the control over that. That can be cured within 2-3 days time, maybe sometimes in 1 week time. And people those who are getting scanty urine, scanty periods, everything can be corrected here. And headache, back pain, neck pain can be corrected immediately. So it is such a wonderful system. We can discuss more. So yeah, I think and finally, I want to talk about new system, new ancient world system. However, name we keep it. It is an ancient system. We wanted to revive it, and I have been seeing the excellent results with that. I want all of you know that, but I want to keep it silence at today. Next week when we meet, we will talk more about those systems where I want to do some research with your help, and we'll discuss more about that ancient healing system. Okay. So now I stop sharing. Any questions? A few questions quickly we can take. And if we can take, everybody can come on to the video once. We'll see who are all there. ये पूरा ज्यादा इंग्लिश में हो गया आज, सॉरी मैडम, हेमा मैडम। जो भी हिंदी में बात कर सकता हूँ मैं, मुझे ख्याल चले गया तो मैंने इंग्लिश में बात करना ज्यादा हो गया मेरा, इसलिए बाद में आपको देखने के बाद हिंदी, थोड़ा हिंदी में शुरू किया था। लेकिन नो प्रॉब्लम, अभी आपको किसी कुछ प्रॉब्लम है तो मैसेज कर दीजिए मुझे, वी कैन, मैं आपको प्रॉब्लम एड्रेस करता हूँ, क्या करना है बोलता हूँ।
ओके सर, नो प्रॉब्लम। हाँ,
राइट। So you people can ask any questions. Few minutes we can take, and then Anu madam, you want to close with some simple meditation for 5 minutes?
Yes, sir. Just give me 1 minute. I will just start the
Yeah.
meditation.
Yes. You want me to share otherwise some meditation?
Yeah, sir. I don't know why it is not coming up. Can you do it?
Yeah, I'll try to. Maybe after 5-10 minutes we can stop this meditation and close the session. 2 minutes. Last 1 minute. Slowly come back. 3 seconds. 10, 5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly rub your palms. Keep it on your eyes.